Oklahoma State, Arkansas Razorbacks. Arkansas travels to Oklahoma State to play what I think is a game that will tell us a lot about Arkansas. Will tell us if Arkansas is ready to compete in the SEC, or is Arkansas going to have another 4-8 season? Let's talk about it. All right, so the Razorbacks and Oklahoma face off against each other Saturday morning, 11 o'clock. Okay. So first and foremost, we all know Arkansas played a football team that is nowhere near the stature of South Dakota State. You look at South Dakota State last year, they went undefeated. Went on to win the FCS championship by a score of 23-3. Okay. Then we all know UAPB struggling. They're trying to find their footing. Under head coach Lonzo Hampton. They're just not there yet. So, you look at that game, you see Arkansas beats UAPB 70-0. Well, we understand it's not a good ball club. But then you got Oklahoma State facing a pretty good South Dakota State team. I mean, they went undefeated last year. You can't take that away from them. They went undefeated. So, who had the better matchup to get ready for one another? In my opinion, you had Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State played a team that is, top tier in their conference. And there's not just going to be a pushover. Yeah, even though they won, pretty decent, it was still a ball game. I watched the game live. And their score doesn't really show how close that game really was. 44-20, but man, the Jackrabbits were running the ball. The Jackrabbits was throwing the ball. I mean, I can't tell you no story. That team was a lot better than the score shows. And that also is why Oklahoma State had the better test, unlike Arkansas with UAPB. But let's break it down, man. Let's see what must each team do. Oklahoma State must be able to come out and run the ball with Ollie Gordon. And on top of that, Arkansas must be able to stop the run in Ollie Gordon. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure that we have guys running to the football. We got to make sure we play our assignments. We got to make sure we tackle. That's going to be the thing in this game. Arkansas has to make sure that they can tackle because Ollie Gordon bounces off guys. Like some Sam Pittman said, he said, man, if you hit him at 3 yards, he's going to get 6 yards because he's going to carry you 3 more yards. And yeah, he's that kind of back. I mean, I watched him run the ball, and guys were just flat out bouncing off of him. He has speed. Don't get me wrong. To me, he does not just have blazing speed, but he has speed enough to pull away. If he breaks, it's not a guarantee that you're going to catch him. Then also they have 2 receivers, Presley and forgot the other guy's name, but they like to get their guys speed sweeps, screen routes. They may try to even hit you over the top. You get what I'm saying? So we gotta watch that for the defense. Me personally, our defense in the secondary look kind of shaky to me against UAPB, a team that is not, of our caliber, but Oklahoma State definitely is. They're ranked number 17 in the country for a reason. So Oklahoma must be able to still run the football and hit some of those deep passes as they do, screen routes and things, in order to make this game hard for Arkansas. And Arkansas must be able to stop those things to make the game easier for them. Okay? So let's transition to Arkansas offense and Oklahoma State's defense. Arkansas must show that they can move the ball. Arkansas must show that they can run the football. Arkansas must show that they can consistently make plays and get the ball into players' hands. A guy that I'm looking forward to having a nice game is our running back, Jaquindon Jackson. I feel like if you can get Jaquindon Jackson going, it's going to open up everything else. Because if you watch Jackson, not just the spring game, but also in this game against UAPB, he showed you why a couple years ago he was considered a top back in the country. I mean, injury hurt him, and a lot of people put him on the back burner. But I'm telling you, watching this guy play, Jaquindon Jackson is going to be an asset in this game. I'd like to get him maybe 20-some carries. I would like to get him some 20-something carries against this Oklahoma State defense because one thing about this Oklahoma State defense, you can run the ball on them. Johnson carried the ball 9 times, 73 yards. 9 times for 73 yards. That's why I'm telling you guys, Arkansas will be able to run the ball if we can run the ball. If we don't beat ourselves up, if we don't shoot ourselves in the foot, Arkansas can run the ball. Then you got, they had a receiver go 7 for 150. Their defense to me is not the greatest. It's not the greatest whatsoever. They give you running lanes, they give you passing lanes, and they get kind of greedy. And if the offense can take advantage of them being greedy, take advantage of them being out of line and not in the right spots at the right time, Arkansas can make plays on this team, because Arkansas is a team who needs to be able to run the ball to open up the passing game, the screen game, and all of that. That's what Arkansas is going to have to be able to do. So Arkansas needs to be able to run the ball effectively to open up the passing game. Also Arkansas has that dangerous quarterback who can use his legs just as much as his arm. So they have to prepare for not just Jaquindon Jackson, but also for Taylor Green. So that's what Arkansas must do on the offensive end. The defensive end for Oklahoma State is they must not allow Arkansas to get the run game going to establish this passing game that involves not just the receivers but the tight end, the running back, the wide receivers, and then you'll start having the read option come into play. You forget about Taylor Green in the backfield. You forget about Luke Hasz at the receiver position, or Ty Washington. I mean, they have weapons to get the ball to and to get the job done. Heck, Sam Pittman and Mike Gundy's first time up against each other, right? They was in the same conference a few times, and they never really got to match up with each other. But this is going to be a nice game, a big game, and I'm looking for it to be a hard fought game. I'm not looking for it to be a high scoring game, unless both defense come out and they show their true colors, they show their weaknesses. A lot of folks were skeptical of our secondary. PB said our cornerbacks were slow, our safeties and things were slow, and truth be told, our secondary kind of worries me a little bit. But I'm not just that worried, because we have a veteran defensive line. They have played a lot of football together, and my linebackers are young. Okay, they are young, but we got Landon Jackson, projected first round pick. You know what I'm saying? We got Nico Davier coming along. Let's see. In this game, was it any sacks? Let's see. South Dakota State had no sacks. Okay, none. That is because this offensive line that Oklahoma State has is experienced. They have played together and played a lot of football. So they're not going to make very many mistakes. They're not going to miss very many assignments. There's not going to be too many twists and stunts that you can throw at this team that they have not seen or they don't know how to pick up. So that's why I'm saying our defensive line is going to be key to making this a ball game. I would rather us make their quarterback beat us with his arm than let Ollie Gordon beat us on the ground. So if we can't get to the quarterback, fine. But let's make sure that we're stopping Ollie Gordon in the backfield. Because like I said, you get Ollie Gordon going, man, it's going to be a long night, because he gets better as the game goes on. So we must find a way to stop it. We must find a way to slow him down. You're not going to stop him, but let's slow him down. Let's try to take him out the game as much as possible. And let's make this quarterback beat us. Arkansas must make the quarterback beat him with his arm. Don't let Ollie Gordon beat you. So I think it's going to be a pretty good game. I think it's going to be a game to watch. Arkansas can make a statement with this game. Arkansas come out and win. It's putting us back on the map, man. Getting us back to where we need to be. Bobby P, Gundy, offensive-minded guys, man. Let's see, man. We're going to watch this game really close. I think it's going to be a really good game, a hard-fought game, and I'm excited to see what's next. And we'll pick.